So here we are, day 7 of 7 days of practice, and looking forward to celebrating this immersion experience later tonight. The way to go for this consistency of laying down these layers. And today's session will be something that you might like to come back to. Because what we'll begin to play with in this session today is how you do know what's coming next. And to begin to feel into and trust that your body has begun to lay down this track where it is already inclined to go into the next move and to actually shift gradually, slowly from any sense of needing to follow something outside of yourself to feeling like this practice is fully an opportunity to more feel ultimately who we truly are. You might notice I take your feedback seriously, so I heard that it was a little difficult sometimes to know which arm was in front of which, and now we have some colored bands, so at any point can give me feedback, always looking to be creative for how this can be the easiest, most flowing, effective learning experience for all of us. And so let's settle into our becoming well-worn routine. And you may, as you continue to practice, like to vary this routine. And just an encouragement to find a routine and let yourself begin to deepen with it. So that the feeling of coming more present, more relaxed as you begin a practice session can come more and more naturally through these centering breaths. Three full, juicy weight shifts. Feeling all the way to the soles of the feet and that connection with the earth. And that relaxation from laying down into connection, into support. Coming into center, standing, present, centered, grounded. Coming into a few arm swings, especially some freedom around the elbows. Letting the arms hang, relaxation. Lay down the burden in the upper body. Perhaps including the upper back, the neck. Gradually coming up. One time through with the into prompt, into opening move. into ward off left, into ward off right, into roll back, into press, into push, into single whip, into lift hands, into shoulder strike, into white crane, into brush knee and push, into playing the lute, into brush knee and push, into parry and punch, into withdraw, push, into cross hands, return to Uji. Three centering breaths. And as we go into a walkabout to set up another round of these 16 moves. This time there will be a pause in between the moves before I say the next into. There'll just be a pause and a space. And in that space can have maybe a sense of feeling into what would be next. So as we start here, arms completely by our side, we pause and feel into what is the next move. What's our body inclined with this track laid down? What's it inclined to do? And then we move into that move. Opening move. Arms completely released by our sides. Pause. And now into ward off left. Pausing here and feeling into what's our body inclined to do next. At some point, it happens where it's harder to do something else other than the form. So we're going to come into ward off right. Pause. What are we inclined as what happens next? Roll back and press is kind of combined with pause. Feeling into what's next. Weight shifting back into push. Pause. Into single whip. Pause. Feeling into what's next. Lift hands. Pause. What do my arms want to do next? They drop. For shoulder strike. Pause. What am I inclined as what happens next? White crane. Pause. How does my body want to move next? Swinging into brush knee and push. Pause. What's next? Balancing as we come then into playing our guitar. Pause. What do my arms want to do now? Swinging again into brush knee and push. And what does my body want to do? Shifting back for parry and punch. Pause. What's next? It keeps going. Withdraw and push. Pause. How does my body want to move now? Coming into cross hands. And return to Uji. And coming in for 3 centering breaths. going for a walkabout, and knowing that there may be both a sense of your body having a little bit of that memory of second nature track of what it's going to be doing next. And that those pauses may also be moments where your mind gets a little bit active and you think about, well, what is the next move? And that both things are okay at this stage. Because one of the ways that we do learn faster is by not just following, but actually allowing for that gap where we retrieve what we know and have that sense of recall of what we know. And so if this felt, maybe a little bit less peaceful and more mentally activating to not just follow along, know that that can be a phase, but that this can be something that can be helpful to keep coming back to, because it will enhance your independence in the long run, where you're no longer needing to look over your shoulder, no longer needing to even think about the names of the moves, but you feel like you really have that track known from the inside out, which becomes the real beginning of the adventure of Tai Chi that was so hopeful that this immersion experience could support you in easily, through consistency and through your dedication, come to that place of embarking on the depth of practice of Tai Chi. So looking forward to celebrating with you tonight and getting more of a taste of where our support needs to be in our practice at this time and where this adventure can lead. So, little boogie woogie celebration for you all. And we'll close with 3 return to ujis that you can savor. Do you really have put in dedication and consistency to bring yourself to this point right where you are? And thank you, as always, for adventuring here together.